Yeah, I was just going to ask if I directly know anything about this thing, or if I can make
It can't get better with that sound. I think it's scary.
Yeah,
You sure you want to wait?
Sandra,
well, if you
what
shoot everything
for?
that's scary, everyone would be dead, so...
Or the scary things will find you and prove
And
I
if I
have-
don't, what's better then?
I have an option.
Anyway, so
Talk away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mika, can you wait just a moment because Sandra got cut off first?
Okay, yeah. I didn't
Sandra,
sorry.
what did you have in mind?
did I have any knowledge just by looking at it, or can I make a roll? Anything to?
Well, you have made a roll already. That
Oh,
did
okay.
not
I
work
didn't
out
think
well.
this was in sight then.
And it's
Okay.
related, so I'm going to call the failure. It still applies. But certainly, you are staring at it and trying to figure it out, and with a little more data, perhaps other things will become clear. Mika, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. You've all noticed that I have an ability to turn myself invisible. The thing is, I can also do detect blank. So if the thing up there, if I turn myself invisible, it couldn't probably notice me. So the best choice is for me to get closer to try to find out a little bit more before we start shooting it. Because, I mean, it could be a bomb, it could be anything. It could be a creature behind that black thing. We just don't know.
Does it react to us getting closer to it?
You don't know if it's a reaction. It's not behaving in any immediately responsive way.
Okay, then I would like to slowly move forward and try to see if it reacts in some way.
Okay. Ikindu, are you going first with your invisible self?
Well, it depends on if the group is okay with it.
What do you think?
Go ahead. You have about as much time as I need to focus to get some more power to my bow. How much time do you want?
Exactly.
3 spells: detect trap, invisibility, and detection blank, invisibility, and detect trap.
Okay, so you will want to spend
That's
all of the
6
power. Yes, you're going to spend a good, strong amount of power and get yourself up there. Let's follow you for the moment while the others prepare on the one level. The
I gotta
first
mention
thing
to Inkinder before he goes up.
Yeah.
If it is jump, and I'm gonna just take my hand and try and make some kind of X mark on the ground. Aim here.
Oh, I see.
And scream.
Great, thanks.
Good plan.
Planning.
Seems like a plan that you would do, actually.
That's right. So the first thing that Ikindu will see when you get up closer into that area, you could not see this based on the angle before, but the insect people who had come up this side of this mountain, some of them had managed to reach this far, but they are no longer alive. They have been killed in some kind of very savage way, with the heads twisted and limbs torn. At least one of them has had its shell broken open, and its insides have been flung away.
What?
And so, and the ground is very disturbed. It took a lot of effort to do this, so it's not as though it just happened to them and they fell in their tracks. You can see that there was evidence of a fight. There were not very many insect people. The only full body you find is just one. So the others, clearly, however many there may have been. Skava, your track roll had shown there were not more than 3 of them. So it wasn't like 20 were killed here or something like that. Probably only 2 of them made it up this far, at most. So that is the first thing. And it is a little terrifying. This is, I think, Ikindu's first look at least part of the insect people. They are about the same size as a human. They are, they have 6 limbs, so they have intermediate limbs. They have very segmented bodies so that they can move on 6, 4, or 2 legs. And they are clearly civilized enough to wear ornaments and decorate themselves and carry tools and things like that. They don't wear as many clothes as humans do, but they do, have decorations and other signs of culture. So let's see. Think of them as a cross between a mantis and an ant.
Okay.
Yeah. So the stone is not glowing or doing anything interesting. All of the magic or whatever it is happening just above it. And the let's see. Before I go on, what would anybody like to do?
I would like to describe what I'm seeing.
So do you want to go back down? Oh, by the way, you will recognize that the area can technically be described as having traps. They are very simple traps. There are parts of that upper level which look as though they are solid ground, but there is no stone underneath them. Somebody has arranged material there so that if you step on them, you go down the side of the mountain.
Okay.
So it's not like a dungeon trap. It's actually a fairly clever natural trap that somebody has using the materials they have right there. So somebody who did not see that and just walked casually around this level has a very, very good chance of unexpectedly falling badly.
Okay.
Detect traps was a very good idea.
Is there anyone? I heard someone talking when I was talking. So did I shut someone off?
No, we just started talking at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's continue with the people. Ikindu, you said that you were going to come down and talk to them. Anybody else want to do anything or discuss?
Just a quick question. Any signs of anybody being up there? Like you may not be the only one that's invisible?
Good point. Well, he didn't have any special, he had detect traps, but he did not have detect life or detect enemies.
Could I use a scan when I'm up there?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
That's also a very good idea.
Well, I
Did you
guess
all of these traps to us?
Well, I guess I first come down to you. Then I explain the horrors that I saw. The insect people just turned to pieces. And then I tell you about the traps and say... What did you say?
And their placement.
Yeah, I guess the placement, I need to kind of point them out when we're there so I can really point to them.
The first thing I want is for everyone to make an intelligence roll, except for Ikindu. So everyone, not Ikindu.
Okay.
Times 3 or times 5?
Times 5.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, bad roll for Zort?
64.
Didn't make it.
Nope.
63 and I have 60.
Ooh.
Close.
Sandra?
15 and I have 16. So.
All right. So this is representing how well you memorized the positions of the traps that Ikindu described.
All right.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
I don't have to get all the way up to be able to shoot up there.
That's true.
I want to get up.
Okay.
I'm simply
note.
going to stay on the stairs.
Yeah, another note. When people mention it, let's see if there might be some observer around that may not harm. So we're just gonna cast detect enemies.
Okay, are you proceeding up the final stairs?
Shall we give it a try? It isn't the best position, but we can't stay here either. So
I'm not
up
sure
or
I want
down?
to do it. You know what? I can try it before we go up the stairs, and yeah, let's just cast that spell before we go up the stairs.
Okay. And, well, I was looking for my paper, but I will have to look at this. Okay, so there and there. All right, excellent. When you cast your spell, you can see with your detect enemies, you know exactly where an enemy is.
Yes.
And the enemy is standing just in front of the rock. So just immediately in front of the center of the rock on the ground, and had been probably using magic to conceal themselves. And so they may have been invisibility, but it was not detection blank. So therefore, your detect will catch it.
All right.
And so, are you going to direct everybody's attention?
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them definitely that someone is up there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mean us good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's somewhere in front of the big rock.
Excellent.
Great.
So who is first at the top of the stairs?
Let me just, go first.
What kind of enemy? Can you say if it's big or small or
No, detect enemies will tell you that there is a being of some kind that has intentional harm. So it will not, for example, detect a trap because it is not a creature. And it will not tell you too much about the specifics. It can tell you a little bit, for example, very basic things like hunger or something like that. In this case, I will tell you it is not hunger.
Okay. So it's not like
some sort of thinking intentional desire to harm.
Alright, so it's not like the chaos touched woman.
Correct.
So,
okay, did I have enough time to prepare?
Of course you did. Plenty of time.
Fine.
And all this running up and down the stairs.
I'm going to use speed dart.
Mm-hmm.
I have to try something new.
Am I still invisible?
Do you want to be?
Of course.
It will last a little bit longer. So you don't have to renew it, but it will not last very much longer.
Okay, but I'll guess I'll go first then.
Okay.
If that's the group.
Just get out of my way when I shoot.
Right.
Just try to explain I'm invisible, so.
And also, so that we can understand
Especially
as
then.
we look at the map, as you get to the top of the stairs, which way do you go?
The way that doesn't have the traps.
That's true. So I will tell you that some of the solid-looking area on the map is actually trapped. Do you see the rocks that are over to the right as you go toward the stone? You can see there are some rocks.
Yes.
There. It looks as though you could stand in front of those rocks or near them and you would be fine. You will not be fine.
Okay.
And the same is for the area next to the stairs. It looks as though to the left of the stairs there are some rough areas that you might actually be able to go down without using the stairs or come up. It looks like that. But right near the top of them, it's effectively a trap and you will fall to your doom. It is perfectly placed so that you'll step there and you will go straight down and there will be nowhere safe for you to go. So it's in position in such a way that you would go down the rocks to the far left and not down to the flat area. Somebody very clever made these. And
Okay.
and so those are the primary danger spots for you right now.